Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas in July. Well, it's actually August now, but when I ordered this, it was July. This is from Army Navy Outdoors. It's not MREs. They advertise as MREs, but they're really emergency meals, probably that were distributed through FEMA. What they had is a case of 12 meals with a drink, which is a sort of a smoothie, I guess, and an entree. And a lot of them have, they're reduced sodium, but they do have meat component to most of the entrees. And a few other things, including a flameless ration heater. And strangely enough, as a reduced sodium meal, I'm pretty sure they all come with a packet of salt. So if you're eating it and you go, man, this is really good, except it's reduced sodium. Should have used the other blade. They've got salt, so you can make it palatable. Anyway, we're going to open it up. The deal was 12 meals for $39.95. But if you took advantage of the Christmas in July sale, you got $10 off when you bought 2 cases of 12. So here we are with this big old thing here. And this is from AmeriQual. Wow. These are about 24 pounds, actually 25.6 it looks like. They're pretty tight. So here you got them, Apack, ready meals, self-heating, emergency food, reduced sodium. And these are supposed to be, I think a 2024 test date. Yeah, the inspection date was January of 2024. Means they were probably packed 3 years ago. Should still be pretty fresh. We're gonna open this up, but what I'm gonna do is change the camera around so that I can show you more of the meal and move some of this extra box away. But super deal, 30 bucks for 12. You know, even with shipping, which was I think $11 for 2 packs, you're barely over $3 a meal. You're not going to find that on the MRE market, on the new market, and you're going to be hard-pressed to find that on the secondary market. These all come in at about 1,000 calories a meal, and it's $6.28. So this is going to be one of these is going to be my dinner for tonight. I'm going to give it a try. The family's out at a concert, so I'm going to try one of these guys. I've had stuff from AmeriQual. I've never had the Apacks before, but we're going to try it tonight and see how it goes. So hang on just a second as I roll things around with the camera. So here we go. Oh, the other thing I want to mention is that we are in August, and just the other day, we had a event on the East Coast that was a tropical storm that became Hurricane Debbie. We came out pretty good on it. We only got about 1 1/3 inches of rain over about 2.5 days. They were calling for between 4 inches plus here, but we got enough to soak the ground and wet the grass in the garden. But some people got flooding. Some people got situations where they couldn't get out of their house. When you've got something that's ready to go, either heated or room temperature, this is pretty nice in case you just don't have running water or can't boil something on a stove. So we're going to take a look. 12.8 pounds here, okay. And from AmeriQual, which I've had over the years in MREs. Look at all that glue. That's government's paying for extra glue on this thing. This is a very sturdy package, actually. And what I hear is that you've got 12 meals, but it's 6 and then repeated as 6 more of the same. So here's our Apack ready meal. It's a white flameless ration heater. You're not out in the field. You're not trying to camouflage yourself. So white's fine. Our meal here is pasta with garden vegetables and tomato sauce. Menu number 6. Spaghetti with Italian sauce and meat. That might be ours. Menu 4. These are shifted around a little bit. Home-style vegetable sauce with noodles and chicken. Menu 3. You know, sounds pretty good. Home-style vegetable with the noodles and chicken again. Southwestern style beans with rice and chicken. Last time I had a Southwestern style, it was a Canadian ration. Pasta with garden vegetables and tomato sauce again. Sweet and sour sauce with rice chicken. Menu 5. That sounds pretty good. Another sweet and sour. Pork with sauce and rice. You can tell they're not making this for the humanitarian meals that they drop in on some countries where pork would cause them to freak out and go running into the sea screaming. Spaghetti with Italian style sauce and meat again. And I think that's the whole thing. There's pork and there is the Southwestern style beans. So what are we going to do tonight? I'm going to do the home style vegetables in sauce. So pop these back in here. This is not as heavy a package. You're not doing, hiking for miles. They're going to drop this in on people who are hungry and hurting. So it's a good waterproof bag, but it's not built to the same specs as MREs. And I went into that. I went into the purchase knowing that, and I'm not worried about it at all. Here's our menu 3, and it's got a banana apple smoothie. Total calories. Oh, okay. Menu 3, if it has a banana apple, it's 1,100 calories. And if it has a sweet potato grape smoothie, it's also 1080, very close in the number of calories. So, first thing here is this has got to be the main, the vegetables. And we've got some sunflower butter. And a lot of people are allergic to peanut butter, so I think fewer people are allergic to sunflower butter. Got some crackers. I'm sure these are crackers without the trans fat, but it's only a couple years old, they should be fine. This is our smoothie, and it's sweet potato, grape, and sweet potato and grape. So kind of a little softer than baby food. A lighter duty spork than MRE spoon. It's not a brown MRE spoon, but you do get a little package of, well, some of the videos I've seen on these, you got salt. I think you got salt and pepper here. Yeah. Well, actually not. It's a gluten-free, sodium-free seasoning. So no salt, and then pepper. I guess people aren't freaking out over pepper. Got your heater for the ration heater. Holder for the ration heater. And here we are. It's unusual seeing it in white. This almost looks, well, it doesn't look like meal cold weather because typically those have to be boiled. I'm going to put a little water in here. Careful not to overfill it. I'm getting the cells wet. And at 3 years old, this should be, in my mind, based on what they do in the MRE pack, these cells should heat right up. I'm not feeling any activation yet, but I am optimistic. It's unusual. I'm going to put a little salt in here because that's a trick that works with, tends to work with heaters that might be a little slow sometimes. Well, it's only been a minute or two. Getting absolutely no heat being generated here. We're gonna let it sit for a minute. And meanwhile, I'm gonna get a glass and try this smoothie. The smoothie, it doesn't have a lot of, well, it's thick, so it doesn't have a lot of water. If you're really sweating and dehydrated, this isn't going to give you a whole lot of liquid, but what it's going to do is give you a fair amount of nutrition. So, sweet potato. See what this guy looks like. Okay, here we go. Yeah, it's somewhere between baby food and a real thick smoothie. So if this is MRE, you know, you'd have probably have an isotonic drink, you'd have coffee or tea, you might have a raspberry drink, something like that. Here you've got this. And it has a sweet potato smell to it. Remind you a little bit of Thanksgiving. Very sweet. The grapes give it a raisiny taste too. Tell you what, like they used to say about Campbell's hearty soups, one of those hearty soups, you can use a spoon, but this one you almost could use a fork. The texture smooth. The taste, flavors that you're absolutely used to. I tell you what, this is like the slowest responding heater. It's just starting to respond. But I'm not 100% sure that this is going to do anything. I'll probably put this in a pot of boiling water, because I know that'll do something. And in the meanwhile, I'm going to turn the camera off for a little while and turn it back on once this heats. What but I'm going to go ahead and heat this up. And once it's hot in a few minutes, then I'll return to the crackers with the sunflower butter. So be right back. And we're back. And I'm not using a whole tray today. It's a much more limited meal. I've warmed this up a little bit. It's not hot, but I figured this is emergency food, and you might be eating it at room temp, whatever. So I'm just going to put it in a bowl. It's very wet, and we're going to put it in a bowl and see how it works. And again, this whole meal is. Oh, by the way, please, if you like the video, please hit like. Just boom, click the like button. If you want to see more of these, I'm going to be doing more food videos and knife videos, and then as the weather cools down a little bit, and certainly after the 1st of September, more gun videos. But please hit like, please consider subscribing. Home-style vegetables in sauce with noodles. And our vegetables listed here today, what do we have? We've got cooked diced chicken, we got carrots, we've got rendered chicken fat, some flour, barley, blah, blah, blah. A couple other odds and ends. Total protein for this meal is 28 grams. Sugars are about 61 grams. It's a pretty sweet drink. Dietary fiber, only 9 grams. Cholesterol, 40 milligrams, 13% of your daily cholesterol. So it's not going to be an artery clogger of a meal. We're going to cut through here to make it easier to squeeze this out so you can see it. And then you can see the carrots. They're very, very visible here. Got some pasta. Pasta's still nice chewy texture. See some green vegetables probably. Green pepper and peas, certainly peas. It's got a good, nice, rich, slightly sweet flavor to it. Carrots and peas are both naturally high in sugars. So now we're going to try our sunflower butter. They do make a big to-do on the side of the box about each meal includes a heater. And the heater has been sitting now for 7 or 8 minutes, and it is totally room temperature. It did not warm up one bit, which surprised me because not that old. But we'll try on the other meals, see how they go. And here's our sunflower butter. And again, they always want you to tear lengthwise. I mean, to me, that's just sort of an uncontrolled mess. So, man, this needed some kneading. The oil is separating out, so I'm getting some good runny sunflower stuff on it. And I'm throwing my noodles all over the place. Tastes like sunflower butter. And by that, it's comfortable. If you like peanut butter, you'll like sunflower butter. If peanut butter doesn't like you, sunflower butter probably will like you. I think if this got all the way hot, it would be a little more soupy looking. But the noodles have a nice little chew to them. Almost forgot. This is mostly, it looks like garlic and onion powder, the seasoning here. Figured I'd put that on. Give it a stir. You might be able to hear the clicking of dog claws in the background. The dogs are always part of the videos. They've already been fed, so they're just curious about these smells after their normal dinner. Okay, the seasoning's not visually noticeable. It does add. It adds something nice to it.